My name is Robert Karatsu. I am the interim director of the library, and it is my pleasure to welcome everyone to Art Night Pasadena, and perhaps more importantly, the business at hand, the reveal for the 2017 One City, One Story title. And to help me do this, we brought along our good friend here, the great mayor of Pasadena, Mr. Terry Tornick.
Well, good evening, everyone. Thank you so much, Robert. There's a lot of things going on in Pasadena tonight. In fact, I can tell you with absolute authority, there are a lot of things going on in Pasadena every night. But this week, we're so blessed to have Art Week, as Art Night, as you know, and we also have Astronomy Week. Some of you, has anybody participated in any of those events? I mean, that's a fantastic thing that's going on, and I urge you tomorrow between 2 and 8 to go over to the convention center, particularly if you have children, for the events surrounding astronomy. But of course we have our Art Night, which is fabulous, and probably you've all got copies of this program. So I urge you to look in that and pick your choices. There are 5 or 6 sites within walking distance of this place. And of course, the library has arrayed a whole series of activities for people of all ages to enjoy right here as part of Art Night. Tomorrow there's Art Walk on Colorado Boulevard at El Molino. The American Planning Association is starting its California convention. There's a sold-out event at the convention. I mean, there's a football game on Saturday, so if anybody is bored, let me just say, you have no excuse. And the good thing about all that is that I will be at all of these events at one time or another. But tonight, our focus is on the unveiling or the reveal of the One City, One Book event, which is really one of our favorite programs in Pasadena. This is an activity that really reflects Pasadena's devotion to reading. That's reflected in so many ways. It's reflected in terms of the commitment that the citizens have to the library, the number of kids that take advantage of the library system, the adult activities. I was commenting the other day, I was up at an event at the La Pintoresca branch. Each of our 10 branch libraries really has its own personality and has its own kind of programs that it develops for its neighbors and its constituents. This is an event that pulls the whole city together. And the intent, and this is the 15th anniversary of this program, the intent is to have the whole city have an opportunity to pull together, share information, and really have a shared experience. And the library system has developed this. It's not just a matter, as they have in so many cities, of picking a book and say, okay, let's all read it. They developed a whole program surrounding this book, leading up to, of course, the interview with the author in March 2nd, I think. But leading up to that, at all 10 branches, there are activities devoted to this book and to sharing information and as you'll see, the very relevant kind of I have a sneak preview. The very relevant kind of information that this author has presented to us, and this book will offer our community. So I congratulate everybody associated with this, and I did want to thank specifically the 12 people who were on the selection committee that worked for many months reading books to come up with this year's finalists. The selection committee, if you're here, please wave your hand. Brian Berry from the Neighborhood Connections program, Sharon Calkin, who is one of the library commissioners, Sharon is here, Rosemary Choate, president and friends of the Caltech Library, Sally Kusser, who's a retired reference librarian, Fred Messick from Fuller, Christine Reeder, who I know is here, adult services librarian, Maggie Reyes Rothner, who is the English chair at Blair High School, go Vikings. Jan Saunders, who is she? She, as you all undoubtedly know, is the former director of the libraries and information services for the city. Mary Schuler, a community volunteer. Jolly Erner, who is a founding committee member of this activity, the Pasadena One City, One Story. Larry Wilson, is Larry here tonight? The public editor of the Pasadena Star News. And Akita Winslow Tyler, library director from the Polytechnic School. So all of these folks deserve a hand. I also would like to, in addition to having a world-class staff at our library system, part of the reason that we're so successful with our public libraries is that we have a group of Pasadena Public Library commissioners who are so devoted and get very little recognition for the work that they put in. And those that are here tonight, I would like to recognize them. Andrea Abrams, wave your hand, Andrea. Carla Bluestone, Carla. Sharon Calkin, Victor Gonzalez, who's the chair, and Wendy Wang, who is the vice chair. So they really deserve our gratitude. So with that, I will, on behalf of the city of Pasadena, I will turn this back to our friend Robert to do the actual reveal. And congratulate all of you for showing up, and thank you for being here. And I urge you all to participate in this program, read the book, and go to some of the activities offered at the various branch libraries. Thank you very much, and keep reading.
Actually, Mr. Mayor, don't go too far because you're going to help me do this. I'm going to need my Vanna in about 2 minutes, so hang in there. But before we actually reveal the winner, I would like to just mention what all of the books were that were nominated, because I know the committee had a really tough time coming up with a list and then trying to figure out which would be the one. But these were the 6 books that were nominated for the One City, One Story. And as a plug, too, each of these books are available to be checked out here in the library. Whether you want a book, you want a book on tape, or you want an ebook, we got them all for you. And also, they're available in our local bookstores as well. So anyway, the first book that's nominated is called Distant Marvels by Chantel Acevedo. It's an epic adventure tale, a family saga, a love story, a stunning historical account of armed struggle against oppressors, and a long, tender plea for forgiveness, The Distant Marvels. Second nominee is When the Moon is Low by Nadia Hashimi. This novel documents the struggle of Afghani refugees, but also shines a light on the experiences of displaced people everywhere. The third nominee, The Marriage of Opposites by Ellis Hoffman, a forbidden love story set on a tropical island about the extraordinary woman who gave birth to painter Camille Pissarro, the father of Impressionism. Sounds good. The Moor's Account by Laila Lalami. In these pages, Laila Lalami brings us to the imagined memoirs of the first Black explorer of America, Mustafa al-Zamoro, also known as Estebanico. Next nominee is The Sympathizer by Viet Thanh Nguyen. Set in Vietnam after the fall of Saigon, The Sympathizer is a sweeping, epic story of love and betrayal. The Sympathizer is a blistering exploration of identity and America, a gripping espionage novel, and a powerful story of love and friendship. And then the final nominee is Orhan's Inheritance by Aline Ohanessian, and it's moving between the last years of the Ottoman Empire and the 1990s. Orhan's Inheritance is a story of passionate love, unspeakable horrors, incredible resilience, and the hidden stories that haunt the family. And these titles are all behind me. But now it is that time, so let's reveal the winning story for the 2017 One City, One Story. Can I get a drum roll, please? Bang on the table. And the winning story for the 2017 One City, One Story is The Sympathizer by Viet Thanh Nguyen. Let me just tell you a little bit, not so much about the book, but just some of the awards that this book won. It was published in 2015, and it received the 2016 Pulitzer Prize for Fiction, as well as the Edgar Award for the first Best Novel from the Mystery Writers of America, the Andrew Carnegie Medal for Excellence in Fiction, from the American Library Association, the first novel prize from the Center for Fiction, and a gold medal in first fiction from the California Book Award. So it's really a very highly acclaimed book. And then the author, Viet Thanh Nguyen, he's actually local. He's a professor over at USC. And right on, right. And like I said, this book, just like all of the other books behind me, are available to be checked out in the library. And if you want it on ebook, if you want to listen to it, or if you actually want to read it, well, then you're going to be able to find it here tonight. And then the last thing, and Mr. Mayor, he actually mentioned this a little bit ago, is that on March 2nd, 2017, the author, Viet Thanh Nguyen, will be coming here to the Pasadena Public Library for an interview, a book signing, and if you ever want to meet a Nobel Prize, a Pulitzer Prize winning author, thank you, well then please, you're welcome to come out on that night. It's going to be free, and it's going to just be an epic event. So with that, I would like to just, again, welcome you. Thank you for coming to the One City, One Story reveal. And now we're into art night mode, and there's a lot going on here. We have a lot of great local authors here in both of the wings. There's performances in the auditorium. Up on the fourth floor, there's going to be graphic novels, or in my day, they call it comic books, with the Pasadena Society of Artists. And, just wander around, have a great time. And, like the mayor said, if you get through everything here, which is kind of doubtful, there is a few other places here in Pasadena that, yeah, indeed, something is going on here tonight and for the rest of the week and for the rest of forever here in Pasadena. So have a great night. Again, thank you all so much, and thank you, Mr. Mayor, for joining us tonight.